Most students spend hours studying. Here's the study routine I use to study and learn the syllabus faster while still getting top grades. The first thing that you need to understand is that studying and learning the syllabus faster can actually be broken down into two key parts: how to go through the content faster and how to remember that content faster. Mastering both will cut down your study time. To learn the content faster, what I did was rely on online resources that already summarized the syllabus based on the exam specification. They saved me a ton of time because I didn't have to waste hours figuring out what was important in textbooks or slides. Instead, I could focus directly on what was relevant. I started with websites like PMT, which offer clear, concise notes aligned with what you actually need to know. Whenever something didn't make sense on the notes, I'd switch to watching a short video covering just that tricky topic. This combination helped me build my own notes quickly and efficiently. Writing my own notes was critical because actually creating your own revision material significantly improves understanding. Of course, making notes does take some time, and if your subject or course has a huge amount of content, I'd switch to online flashcards or notes instead. And by the way, I'm Soumya, and if you have any questions, I'm here in the comments and I'll get back to you quite quickly. Now we can talk about remembering the content faster. For this, the second thing you need to understand is the difference between passive and active revision. Passive revision is when you simply read or highlight your notes, while active revision involves engagement using techniques like testing yourself, summarizing, or teaching the material. Active revision forces your brain to retrieve and apply information, which improves memory and understanding. So by using more active techniques to revise, the sooner you will remember the content. But what active revision methods did I use? The first method was making my notes, and that helped me build an initial understanding of what the syllabus is about. As I said, by doing this, I was processing the information by writing things down in my own words, because simply copying things word for word without comprehension doesn't help your brain make meaningful connections. And these connections are what makes it easier to recall and apply the information in exams. If you do not understand something, it's your job to make sure you do. This is where the videos came in. You could also ask your teacher to explain any concept you're stuck on, or ask AI too. Then I would use practice questions and past papers to revise before exams. Questions help you learn and remember faster because retrieving information speeds up the brain's ability to store and recall that knowledge, so you can do the same thing in the exam. Questions also show you which areas you understand well and which areas need more work. When you get a question right, you know that you've nailed that topic, so you can focus your time on weaker areas. So the two things you need to know are how to go through the content faster and how to remember that content faster. Now I want to share some advice that every single student can use to study faster. 1. Remove any distractions. If there's nothing around to distract you, all your brain power is going into your work, which means you finish it faster. 2. You need to make sure you're using AI to explain confusing topics. If you don't understand what you're learning, it takes longer to memorize. One of the students in my comments shared a great tip. They use AI to break down every point of the syllabus in detail, and then they turn that into flashcards. That's a smart way to save time and stay focused on what actually matters. 3. For some things, I know it's best to memorize. Things like definitions, for example. For this, I would recommend flashcards, and to repeat these flashcards a lot, a day or two before the exam. I used to rewrite RE definitions on paper, see where I went wrong, and try again in 30 minutes the day before a small test. For other things like a series of steps, using mnemonics can help as well. 4. I recommend you take a break as well. The longer you study for, the more your energy drops, and there comes a point where it takes longer for you to do tasks that you would have normally found easy. By taking this break, you get back into an optimal state, sort of like a F1 pit stop. 6. Have things ready on your desk the night before. You won't waste time getting things together, you can go straight into work. The same thing can be applied to the goals you set for yourself. What is the plan for the study session tomorrow? Having a direction makes it less likely you focus on distraction. 5. Drawing diagrams is like note-taking. It makes you process the info. Try drawing diagrams of large processes, especially in science, as this helped me understand as well. 7. I already mentioned how I use online resources instead of the textbook. All the resources I would recommend are covered in this video.